skirmishes in the top side of the map for EDG, which is where WE traditionally like to play. We look across at WE though, Jason the top lane coming through for Breathe. I mean, you were saying, Penguin, you want to see Breathe
stop Shanks and Gaon from linking up, but you can see the kind of contention now in this top side. As Clearlove goes in, they are going to flash for flash on the junglers. They may get the stun down. They do. First blood going over to EDG, and a nice combination there between Clearlove and Scout. Very old teammates. They still got the fire. And we just trying to clear up as much vision and be a thorn in the side of Beishang.
Might need a little bit more than that though, as Winterbite lands.
Winterbite does land. You may be a thorn in our side, but we are a pesticide trying to kill off all the plants. Clearlove just goes a little bit too far to the sun. That is his first death on his first game, and now you can see the re-engage coming in. EDG though, we don't really have anywhere to go. They even have Breed TP in to try and make this one work. They don't land the Winter's Bite. That means the Viper doesn't have to use any summoner spells, but the TP committed. They're just going to go straight onto the Dragon.
And EDG just take that step too far. I mean, you could have got vision just at the entrance into River and been happy with that, but instead they try to push in, try to use the pressure that Scout had in mid, but he wasn't really in a position to follow up. You get the kills then over towards WE.
This could be a big skirmish if either side overcommits.
You need to be very careful. The big thing for EDG would be trying to use Scout to engage here and follow up on Clearlove's ults as Dondre caught out.
There is the Hallowed Mist to try and keep away some of this damage. They're going to be the Paranoia, but Gwen is dead. They trade the jungler for the top lane, and you're happy with that trade right now if you're on the side of EDG. But there's the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Goes straight down on top of Scout. Clearlove hasn't got the health bar to survive. They trade 4 for 2, and WE get all the advantages.
And they're fighting away from where the members of EDG are. They're trying to play up towards this top side. And
it's actually insane. You combo that with the Xin Zhao, then you just can't get away from people. You can even see it here. Glacial Fish are going to be used now onto Viper and Mako. They will get the lockdown here onto Mako, and just it's so easy. They just keep pushing him down. He's dead. The double solar flare, it just means nothing right now. And this is just WE just perfectly using their ultimates and just straight up power.
I mean, Mako's dead. Beishang gets the second dragon uncontested. Now Clearlove trying to move in towards this top side, but I don't know. Like, this wave is a pretty far way off, and it's not like Breathe is letting him push into it.
Exactly. Now Viper needs to back himself away. There's the Paranoia committed to the top side. They're going to try and force this one out. There is still no top wave, but they do not need it. Enough of a lockdown and enough damage with the Nocturne Sejuani combination means they do pick up the kill.
So they do get something back, but bot lane tower will go in favor of WE. They can get a second charge here and actually look for the tier 2 if they want to. I mean, you still have all 5 plates sitting on the top side, so yeah, WE, they're like, cool, we'll just go for the charge number 2.
Yeah, you haven't reset. We know we're going to be able to get this one here, and that is just, again, very slow, sluggish, and it becomes very difficult now for EDG to fight this as Mako. Oh, Mako, you're in no man's land right now. He's just going to have to try and run away, and this fight could be done before it even starts. Mako does land the Solar Flare, but the Everfrost means that you are going nowhere. Leona is a tanky person, but only so tanky when 4 members are bearing down on you, and you have no engage now. You have no real tank to go in on top of this. You have to give this one up. This is sole point for WE.
They will trade Rift Herald, but definitely not worth it, especially for the Infernal Soul as well. Now, WE just running amok in this game. Nearly a 4,000 gold lead. They've gotten that both sideline turrets down. It's only a matter of time until they get this mid one. Maybe try and contest EDG, it looks like, on this.
They're going to go for it. They're going to try and jump in. The smite is good, but Clearlove, will he have sacrificed his life for the good of the Rift Herald? It looks like he will. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow goes right between the posts and doesn't land anybody else, but I feel so wrong. Mako, he has to flash. You know, the reigning champions, if you will, and it's just, I don't know, it's just such a strange situation. And now Missing finds Mako. Mako no flashes, he burnt it last time. There is the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, goes between the posts. They find themselves a support. They're going to force the Arctic Assault out of the Sejuani, so she has to back away, and I don't know. What happened? Who is this team? Because they're not EDG. They're not our #1 team.
I mean, we all kind of know what happened. The two solo laners have been doing work in those side lanes. Nashor's 2 just finished for Flandre as well. Maybe the solo laners can look to carry this.
I mean, maybe, but this objective is going down so quickly. There's the paranoia. They're trying to jump down onto the backside of this one. The Jace is being the target, but I don't know if that's going to be the dragon fight. It's a fight on 2 fronts, but you can see the damage from the Shanks. You get 1, but you lose 2. And with this Braum, Ashe, Shanks combination, it's just so much CC, and now you've given up Infernal Soul to WE.
And the EDG experiment, not quite working out the way that they planned. Oh, Viper just got spotted. Oh, Shanks didn't quite see him.
I think he did, yeah. No, he did. He's just trying to give him a false sense of security. Should be able to stop him. There's the flash. Will it be enough to get him out? It will not. The Everfrost is there. Scout does get the paranoid nightmare down to get the fear off, but he's in a lot of hurt. They're actually waiting for a couple of seconds. I think they're TPing. They're going to TP in. They're going to TP in straight away and try and kill off the Nocturne. But they know they can't.
They don't need to. So, like, all right, cool. Like, he escaped. Great. I mean, you're just off the Baron anyway. So, yeah. Overall, WE, like, what? They just run away with this game. It's been absolutely WE control from start to
can defend against this. They're just too far behind.
Yeah, there's nothing that they can do. You can even see you're being threatened on that bottom side with Shanks as well. Scout has gone into the back line to try and make a play.
They're going in. This is the final ditch effort here for EDG. They're looking to try and kill off the Ashe, and they will get it. Flandre doing work, but here comes Silas. Here comes Shanks doing so much damage, and they will trade back 2 for 1 in favor of EDG, but with another nice little move on top of the Leona, they get it back 2 for 2. They still have Baron, and now EDG have no way of clearing these waves.
And EDG just lined up so perfectly in that fight. Shanks comes in, steals away the Gwen ult, and between the chain lashes and that Gwen ult, he's tearing EDG apart. There was nowhere for them to hide, and I wasn't sure if we'd see WE try and commit for the end, but it looks like they're going to be happy with that mid inhib and more.
And more indeed. They're going to look to try and take the kill that they just got off of Scout. Now move on to the tier 2 on that bot side. So more and more gold. It's an 8,000 gold lead. Almost 2 super minions now in this mid lane, barreling up. And WE just taking their time with it. They don't need to overforce anything right now. They have all the advantages in the world.
And they have all the range. Like, they're just so good at poking here with the Ashe, with this Jace as well. And that's the Terror slipping away from EDG.
Yeah, there's just too many threats. Viper gets chunked out again. They steal a Solar Flare, forcing his flash out of him. The Paranoia comes in on the backside of this one, but the Everfrost lands onto everybody. Yes, they get Flandre coming in on the backside. Maybe he can turn this one around. Flandre doing his so much right there, but it's going to be on Elf. It's going to be on Shanks. It's 2v3. Shanks makes it a 2v2, but look at Elf. He's just kiting. They can't get on top of him, and it was a decent effort from EDG, but there is nothing they can do. The future is now, old man, as WE completely decimate EDG in this first game.
That was destruction. We got the one nice counter gank coming through from Clearlove to start this off, and from that point, WE just put their foot down. Like, none of this. They tried to invade into that bottom side jungle. Base Chong